All right, welcome to the first installment of King Benny's football picks. In this video, we're going to recap the NCAA picks that I had this past week. See what we did, and then we'll circle back on the NFL ones a little later. First of all, I took Army over Hawaii. Army was getting 6.5 points at home, and I really couldn't stay away from them, mainly because Hawaii had to travel. It was a noon game. Hawaii had to travel all the way to the East Coast, so I just figured they were undisciplined. And they wouldn't really have it in them. Hawaii looked good at the beginning. They ran out to a good lead. Then Army hung back in. They ended up winning by a touchdown. So I got that one right. Next one is Boise State. They were getting 2.5 points in Stillwater against Oklahoma State. Lots of people thought this would be a good gut check for Boise State if they wanted to make a run and do something this year. It was their chance at a Power 5 on the road. They were getting 2.5 points. Lots of people thought they could even win this game. Unfortunately, they got hammered pretty good. So, maybe those Joey conferences out west aren't really all that. Maybe Oklahoma State's halfway decent. So lost that 44-21. So that was unfortunate. Another MAC versus Big Ten matchup that I picked the lesser conference was Miami of Ohio. They were getting 15.5 points against Minnesota. I don't know. I've always thought that Miami was pretty much hot garbage, and they looked like it against UC last week. But they were getting 15.5. That's over. That's over 2 touchdowns, and sometimes that's kind of hard to lay off. But they only scored 3 points, lost by 23. I got that one wrong. LSU and Auburn. All right. Well, LSU looked really good. Has looked great this year so far, and they were getting 10 points at Auburn. Was always tempting when you're getting over 2 scores. We're a team that's looking good and really could use a win. And as lots of you guys know, I'm sure they went ahead, won on a last-minute field goal, 22-21, winning outright on the road at Auburn. LSU looks to be for real. I don't know. I mean, they've got a good schedule ahead of them, but it looks like Ogeron's got them playing good, and they look like they're really about it this year. So, 10 points easily. Not sure what the money line would have been on that, but got that one right. Yet again, another smaller conference versus the big boys. North Texas against Arkansas. You guys probably saw that clip of that the fake fair catch that North Texas laid on Arkansas. Pretty sweet. And in the past, I've liked North Texas. They've won some good games. They look good from time to time. And in this case, they were getting 7 points and won 44-17. So lots of times these Power 5 schools will be just that, and it can be fool's gold. But other times, it's really just a name on jersey. So not sure what that says about Arkansas, but there you have it. OU against Virginia. Once again, took the dog on that. Love taking dogs for the most part because you just never know. In case a game breaks out, you're going to want to have the dog for sure. OU was getting 3 points against Virginia, and they lost by 2 touchdowns. So I don't know. There was some stuff going on. The numbers looked good. The way the money was moving, it was looking tempting, but I got that one wrong. Purdue playing at home against Missouri. That was Saturday night. That one was kind of back and forth. It looked like it could go either way. The home team was getting 6.5 points, and it's always hard to lay off of the home dogs just because you just never know. Not sure about Purdue. They were pretty lousy last year. But in this one, they were able to hold off, and they didn't win the game, but they did cover. Lost by 3 points with getting 6.5. So got that one right. That was nice. On to the late games on Saturday. I picked Utah getting 6.5 against Washington, and that was another home dog that you like. But then again, Washington's pretty highly ranked, and it was, it could have been a test for them. Maybe that line was giving Utah a little bit of credit that they could give Washington a run, but the Huskies look to be for real, and they look to be deserving that ranking. They won 21-7, and I lost that bet. So the other late game, Fresno State against UCLA. Who knows about UCLA and Chip Kelly? Cincinnati made them look pretty bad when they were out there, and Fresno was actually 1-point favorites here in this one, and then they went on to beat UCLA pretty handily. So there you go. That's the recap of the NCAA for this year, or this week. I was 5-4, not too killer, but you're making some money there. It's always good to be on the smiling side. So anyway, tune back in later. I'll let you know when we have the NFL recap, and then later in the week when we get these lines for this coming week, I will give you my picks for the upcoming week for both college and NFL. Subscribe to my stream if you're interested, and good luck and enjoy the games.